Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to the new course of Ccna 20301. I hope everyone is doing well. Guys, this course is made in a situation where the quarantine was going on everywhere and all over the world, I can say. My field is actually network security and cyber security. I have got my education in bachelor in India, and I have been working since when I was in last year of school in the field of networking. So I grew up with network, and right now I'm working as a senior network security engineer. Guys, my plan was to make such a course for you in order to make yourself familiar with hands-on, or I can say make yourself familiar with practical knowledge of Cisco devices. I found so many courses in YouTube and also Udemy and other platforms that they were giving knowledge for students, but the differences was that the students, while finishing their Ccna, they were totally unable to or we can say not familiar with devices, how to work with Cisco devices, or they were totally not unable to do a simple task if they have been hired in a company or organization until they're doing for the higher studies like CCNP or CCIE. I strongly also, I'm not ignoring, I strongly also you guys to go for CCNP and CCIE, but I'm also not ignoring the CCNA part. It is all if students get the deep knowledge of CCNA, so he or she will be able to perform so many jobs as a fresher level. I strongly recommend you to watch the CCNP videos of mine, because on that the concepts will be explained for you guys. Packet level. Packet level means though I will also do some capturing of the packets and CCNA through Wireshark. Through Wireshark I will do some capturing. Wireshark and also other softwares like Nmap. But in as per CCNA level, if it will be really bored or will be really difficult for you guys to understand. If you're really fresher in the CCNA level and you go to understand for the packet level. Packet levels mean how the packet will be created and what are the fields and the data and the bits there inside the packet. For example, you will understand later, for example, EIGRP hello messages, for example, OSPF for other packets, or for example a simple ping packet. You're already familiar how to ping a device in order to know the state of the device, the current state of the device, whether the device is active or not active. So but you don't know how the ping packet has been created, what are the fields and data content there. So the packet level teaching will be obviously in CCNP and CCIE. Well, I will not ignore the important concepts of packets and the CCNA. So I make the CCNA course in such a way that after finishing the course you will be able to do a job very well. But I also recommend you to watch the CCNP for your further information. First of all, I'm going to tell you this, guys, that many of the institutes are also available which have got the real devices, where you go there and practice on the real devices. Yeah, I totally accept that the real devices obviously will give you the maybe more confidence while working. It will not give you an extra knowledge. Now there's so many softwares available which can make which can create a simulated environment of network for you that you will even don't realize that is this a real or just an image file where I'm working. In terms of knowledge, you will get both same, but in terms of like more confidence, for example, when I saw some of the students that they're really good while working with softwares, but when they're going to a real devices environment, so they're like losing their confidence. But I will definitely make you understand through the virtual environment in such a way that that you will totally realize the situation as a I can say as a real device. But in case if there are some differences, I will also tell you that, for example, there's not much difference, but you will find some difference in terms of time. For example, there are so many protocols. I can say there are so many configurations that some of them are working faster in a real device and slower in a virtual device. But some of them some of real devices are working slower, or processing slower some of the protocols, or maybe some of the running configurations. But in the software, you will find it very faster. So in terms of performance, there's obviously differences exist, because it's a virtual and that's the real. But in terms of topology, how we are creating a network, I can even guarantee you that the software is really better than the real device. Because if you go to some organizations for studying, they will give you advantages of, for example, advantages of real device, where you can find it in institutes. They will not give you maximum more than 2 routers and switches and 1 PC for you to do the practical. So they will not give you more than 2 routers or 2 switches and a single PC. So by just 2 routers and a single PC, you're you don't have any other PC to just ping it, for example, in order to check the reachability. So what I'm saying is that the virtual environment even gives you more knowledge of making a good network, making the real network. You can design, for example, you're working currently somewhere, but your knowledge is really low and your topology. You can just imagine how your organization is there. For example, you're working right now in a company where you know that there's 3 departments, and each department, for example, 6 person is working. Okay, so and 3 departments. There's so many 3 departments, 6 person is working. So you can create your own topology in such a way that you will make and softwares. I will tell you which softwares you're going to use. You're making 3 departments where it has 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 6 pieces, and another department, and you're making the reachability with the router, switch, and all these devices. But if you go to an institute, you think that the institute will provide you all these pieces, or 6 pieces, or 12 pieces, or 13 pieces to do a single practical. Surely not. So you will not get the exact topology where and the organizations are working. However, if you realize, I have also studied all these concepts in an organization. I'm not ignoring, but honestly, on that time when I was studying all these concepts, but I was doing my practicals in simulators, because I found the 2-3 device will not make the topology very critical or very complex for me, because complex things will help you to develop your problem solving skills. So what I'm saying is that don't even feel the discourses for those people which will not give the exact information or the exact knowledge where you will get it in institutes. It's not like that. You will get the exact knowledge where you cannot even get it from the institutes. And one thing which I'm going to say you guys, that for my labs and practicals, I'm going to take the help of VMware. VMware is really good environment for you, where you can create your virtual lab, or virtual network. You can create so many pieces. You will entirely feel exactly, and what I'm saying is you will really feel that you have a really good environment, and you're just virtualize yourself in such environment where you're right now. For example, you're living and watching this, you're sitting somewhere and watching this video. You think of yourself that you're behind the table where you are a manager, and all these PCs, all these are, for example, your servers, all these PCs are your clients or your other devices where you are using in your network. So in this and practicals of this course, I'm going to use the help of VMware on maybe not in the initial days, because in initial days you will feel it will be difficult for you guys to understand, but in the later studies, once you got a good knowledge, I will definitely explain all this. I will definitely make some of my labs in VMware, and in CCNP I will truly use the VMware. So and using this you will get the knowledge of how the VMware is working. Also there's also benefits, a good benefit and advantage for you guys. And the second thing is that you will get the organizational level of knowledge. So this was information about my course. And just last thing, but I'm going to say that this course is not for business purpose. I'm not going to take make money out of this course, cause I got a little bit of free in this lockdown situation. So I thought, okay, let's implement or let's deliver whatever I have taught during my last experience to my audience or to my friends, so that when I was in the CCNA level, I faced some of the difficulties. I don't want them to also face the same thing. So feel free to share this video, this knowledge for your friends, first year college friends, college students, doesn't matter, who are in IT related. At least it's necessary for them to have knowledge of CCNA for every IT, whether it's software developer, whether it's a networking or cybersecurity field. The CCNA is really mandatory for everyone. Then the further studies depend on your proficiency. Guys, so this is all about the information about the course, and just what I'm saying is that for my lab, for doing the labs of this course, which we will start the lab from after finishing of our theory lectures, we will definitely start. Just bear with me. I know everyone loves to just work with labs and all. I know, I understand this, but the first theoretical concepts are really important. And in case it's possible that in the first theoretical concepts you will find some things unknown and unfamiliar for you guys. But the thing is, it's CCNA is like that only. So actually there should be a course before CCNA, because some of the knowledge of CCNA, some of the basic concepts should be explained before the starting of the CCNA. But now the syllabus is in such a way that you should start it from CCNA. So in the first days you will face some of the terminologies, especially terminologies a little bit unfamiliar, or maybe some of the things which I'm explaining for you it's a little bit unfamiliar, and also I cannot explain it. Actually, I know it's unfamiliar, but I cannot explain it for you, because that topic might be really a separate big chapter in the CCNA book. But if I explain it for you guys, it will be difficult for you to understand it on that time. So bear with me, just bear. After finishing of CCNA, you will understand how good knowledge you have received. So one more thing, guys, that people are saying the CCNA syllabus has changed. Yeah, I can understand now. The exam code is 200-301. Some of the topic has been included and some of the topics has been removed. So I will definitely focus on newly added concepts. Some of the concepts which are removed, not from the Cisco, they have been removed from the CCNA level. But I like at the same time of explaining the newly added topics, some of the topics which are related to the previous version of routing switching, which right now we are calling it as enterprise, but before we used to call them as a routing switching. So I will definitely explain the included topic as well as the removed topics, because I think they're really important to know, guys. Then learn like I'm not saying that go and just learn about the new topics. There are so many removed topics which are still really important for students for making their basics strong, and some of the topics are really running currently in companies and organizations, and they're expecting you to know all those. So the softwares for the lab which I'm using for this softwares are 3 softwares actually, guys. I will put the links in description, so you can easily click and download it. and some of the things which are not available in internet, you can they are not easily available, so I will just share it through my Google Drive. Cisco Packet Tracer. This is the simplest one. Actually, I should not give this the first, because I'm not using this that much. I will say why. The first thing which I'm going to use for you guys is GNS3. The second thing which I'm going to use is EVE-ng, and the third one is Cisco Packet Tracer. Now, why I'm prioritizing this? Because it depends on your computer configuration. If your computer configuration is as a medium, where everyone has got medium computer configuration. Medium means like at least I need just at least 4 GB of RAM only. So we will use the GNS3, and Cisco Packet Tracer is also for the medium computers. And if you have got a good PC, so you can use EVE-ng. Good PC, like at least 12 GB of RAM is required, guys. GNS3 is also, I will also put the link of all the files, so you can download it and you can easily install it in case. Yeah, I will let me teach you how to install it. Actually, it's really simple. Cisco Packet Tracer, just download it and install it. Just next really simple installation. In case if you're using Mac, another type of PC, so you can search on YouTube how to install Packet Tracer on Mac. I'm not using Mac, so I'm not telling you, guys. EVE-ng is really simple. If you're familiar with VMware, actually I'm going to make a very good complete video about how to create a simple working environment in VMware. Not the deep information, but really simple. So on that video you'll also get how to know all this information. But the EVE-ng is really simple. You're just downloading a OVA file format. OVA as VMware understandable format. So once you download it, you just open the from here you just click the open and redirect yourself to that. For example, I put the files here. See, you will download like the OVA file. OVF file, sorry, and you will select your file and navigate it and open it. It will directly import it, and there are some special images actually, guys, available. So I will put all the images also for you. Images means that when let me go to GNS3, then you will know what is the images. For you guys, in order to do your practicals and routers and switches, you need to have the images. And GNS3 sorry, and Packet Tracer, guys, you don't need any image. Just install it and add your routers, whatever router you need, and add your switches and all. Just their cables and you connect it. There's no any image, and only do your practicals. But it is not giving the full functionality of the routers and switches. It does not have all the facilities and all the it cannot support all the configurations. Maybe it is because of case. But if you get the paid version, I don't know, I have not used any time the paid version, so I don't know how the paid version will work. But the free version does not give you all the functionalities. But for Ccna level it's fine, but for CCNP I'm strongly ignoring this software. So this is a software, you don't need any images. But for GNS3 and VMware EVE-ng, you need the images. For example, here the routers or exist. There's router 37 series and 7200 series. For all these routers, in order to work with them, you should import the images. How to import the images? First, you install the software, and guys, this software, which I'm going to link it in description, this is a cracked software. So before installing this, you have to switch off your antivirus. Okay. It really doesn't harm you that much, because this laptop is only for your practice. Okay, that doesn't really matter because it's not don't use your working area laptop, your company organization laptop, because they're secured. But this if you like to buy the paid version of GNS3, it's your choice. But for the version which I'm going to give is cracked version. Right now I'm using the cracked version. It really doesn't harm for me till now. Just turn off your antivirus, then install it. Next. You will open it like this. Then go to preferences, and here in iOS routers, here I have already added 2, so you just create your new. For example, you want to add a new one, create your new and go to new image. Okay, browse to the images which I'm going to give it for you. These 2 images I will give guys for you. Okay, so I have already added these 2 images, so you just upload the image. Let me delete one of them, then I will show you. See, I will delete this, then I will add it back again. Okay, so you do this. For example, I have deleted this one, so, but you do for this also, because you're empty right now as of now. Add this one, press open, it will be uploaded. Just a second. Okay, so press it next. You don't need to change the name of that. Press next. Guys, here is a really important part. You should not change the RAM of this router, because this router is a heavy router. You should give 512. Do not reduce it. And meanwhile, if you want to increase it, it's your choice, but I am not recommending also both. So 512 is really okay. But guys, for 3720, remember that it will be 128 MB in default, but you should change it in 192 MB. Because if you remain it as 128, it will crashes while performing some of the labs, for example, nothing. So for 370, while uploading, it will show you here as 128. Change it to 192. Okay, and press next. So it will ask you that I have already added some of the interfaces for you. 2 interfaces will default added. Fast Ethernet. You will know all this, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, what are fast Ethernet and Ethernet? But it will ask you if you want to add more interfaces. If you wish, you can add, but for a Ccna level student, you don't need to add that much, because your topology won't be that much bigger like a 6 CCIE or CCNP. So just press next, and please do this process. Try to calculate your idle PC. Press idle PC, it will calculate for you. What it will be calculating is when you are running so many routers, it will use a high processor of your computer. So, but while calculating this, it will find the idle PC where the router can use less amount of your processor. Just check the utilization of processor from here. Right now it's high because it's calculating something. After finishing of the calculation, after finishing of the calculation, it will be reduced. So just wait for calculation of this. It will not take longer than 1 minute maybe, but do this. Yeah, it's calculated. Now press OK. So do this also for this 37. Okay, I just this for a sample, and press the finish and click the apply for the both. Then you're ready to use the routers here. For switches, guys, these switches are not configurable. Only the frame relay switch is configurable, but Ethernet switch is only a plug and play switch. Means it's like it lacks like layer 2 switch, but it is not configurable. You can, it's like you will understand later. And the switches listens, it will act like access only switches, so you cannot configure any VLAN or kind of stuff. And this, it's all the ports are only related to a single VLAN, so nothing configurable here. See, if you are adding this, you cannot access even the console of this. Okay, so it's when you are pressing configure, nothing is there. But in routers, when you are adding it, while doing practical, I will add all those how to connect this. Please bear with me on the practical time. So it's not configurable. So what you can do is you can go to for your switch practical, you can go to, we will go actually on switch in packet tracer, because it will give you the configuration. See, while you're pressing this, it will give you the CLI switches here, so you can do your configurations here. Everything is almost possible for a CCNA level student, but for a CCNP level student, we will access, you can do for a CCNP level student, you can do one thing, guys. You can use your EVE server, because it will give you a switch where it's configurable. But for CCNP, I'm planning, guys, for you to access the physical switches to do a little bit good and advanced practicals. Though it's really good for you guys if you're using EVE server, it really doesn't matter. So for for CCNP, please don't wonder a lot. It's really totally fine for you guys to use the packet tracer, and if you have a good configuration laptop, you can import this EVE server file. Okay, I will upload all the images and all the links in the description of this video. So install it, set up your environment, and just keep it safe somewhere in your laptop, because for the first initial days or videos, you will not have labs you will have theory, but it's really really important. Do not skip it, watch those videos, because in the later studies, if I do some practicals and I will say, guys, that I'm using this cable or I'm using this router, so you should be aware that you should be familiar that how I'm using this terminologies. Okay, my next video is really important, guys. Please watch that video, because that video is related to what is internet and what is network. Until you don't know what is network, you will not understand how to configure a good network. So I think this video gets longer, but that was really important information, guys. So have a nice time, enjoy your day, bye bye.